What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the American Mates. We're going to be doing a Chelsea keeper sell right after that 3-0 drumming by Everton. We got to start looking at some of these guys. Before we get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Keep the subs coming.
Absolutely. All right. You know, before we get started, I feel like I should say I am dissatisfied with the state of this club. That being said, I'll leave it at that because I could go on a rant, but let's get right into this list with Josh Acheampong being our very first. We'll go left to right. Ethan, why don't you start us off?
All right, so I do have to be honest. This guy has been probably one of our brighter spots of this terrible season. Honestly, I see another Reece James coming out of this guy. He's very versatile. Can play as a right back. Can play as a center back. Honestly, every game he's played, and I think he's done well. He's still young, so he's a keep for me. But I know but that means by the Blue Co team, that means we have to sell this guy for financial fair play reasons. But if I was in charge, I'd keep this guy because he's Chelsea through and through, made in Cobham. And yeah, future of the club.
Joey?
Yeah, I'd keep this guy. I mean, bright, the few times I've seen him play, he's looked like a bright spot in this Chelsea team. He's versatile. Um, and if he's anything like in my football manager save, he's one of the best right backs in the world. So I say keep.
Yeah, I agree. Um, he's young. He's got potential in this pretty atrocious squad all around. I feel like Ethan said, he's one of the brighter spots that we have, and I feel like we can kind of probably keep him. I don't think his contract's anything too crazy right now, so I would definitely say keep. Yeah, invest in our future.
Yeah.
Sure. Next up, we have the one and only Estevao.
Keep this guy times a million. Give him a Ferrari, buy him a house in the London Hills, buy him an apartment in the Big Ben clock. This guy is the real deal. I didn't think he was going to be this good. Like, again, he came on yesterday. He did more in 5 seconds than Pedro Neto did the whole match. This guy is phenomenal. I hope this guy stays a Chelsea player for as long as he can. Again, crazy foot skills, just phenomenal on the ball. He's not afraid of anybody. I've seen a lot of Brazilian players come over and they're a little timid. But no, this guy is not afraid of anybody. He's not afraid of the tackles. He's not afraid of the studs flying in. This guy's not afraid of the moment. He takes those games by the horns and shows up every single match. So I'm going to keep Estevao.
Yeah, I would say keep. Ethan said it. He's the only exciting player, one of the only exciting players on this team, the only winger that actually takes people on, gets good service in, creates good chances. It's an obvious keep.
Yep, I'm gonna be the third one. He's one of the top rated wonder kids in the world for a reason. He's very young. He's got loads of potential, and even at his young age, he's been one of our better players this year. Obviously, still has some things to work on. Still very very young though, but like just some of the things like mentally and whatnot. But ability wise, he is not lacking whatsoever. I think there's a reason he's so highly touted, and it's well deserved. Much like Ethan said, it's not every day you buy a teenager from Brazil and bring them to the Premier League, and they'll just take guys on and make an impact and provide you with so much offensive output like he has. So for that reason, it's going to be another keep from me as well. Next up, we have the one and only Tosin.
Okay. This is an interesting one. So, a lot of people would say we should sell this guy. But I personally don't think we should. Because our issues are our center backs are so young they probably can't even drink inside in the United States of America. So with that, we need center backs with some experience, anything, Premier League experience, championship experience. I'll take the guy that was 40 years old playing in Sunday League, for God's sake. But again, this guy comes in. I think, personally, I don't think he has any flaws. I think he does well. I think he gives us some kind of leadership in the back four. So personally, for me, I think he's a keep.
Yeah, I think it's a keep. I think he's the only consistent defender. He does have injuries a decent amount, but I think for what you get, I think always having an experienced Premier League player is better than bringing in some 18-year-old with high potential. So yeah, I'm gonna say keep Tosin.
Yeah, if you asked me a few months ago, I would probably have said sell him and keep some other guys. I don't want to jump ahead. There will be a few guys playing similar positions that I will not be keeping. I would like to keep this somewhat realistic. Like, I don't think this is going to be a FIFA career mode where we're going to sell everyone and buy 20 new guys. So, realistically speaking, I think he's a keep. He's definitely not our worst defender. You know, like Ethan and Joey said, he's pretty consistent and he's got experience. He's not world class or anything, but he's serviceable and maybe can teach some of the younger guys and stick around. Maybe not starting week in, week out, depending on how our squad looks next year, but definitely a keep. I feel like he's a solid piece to have. Which brings us to our next player, Marc Cucurella.
Keep this guy. He's the best left back in the Prem. He's the best left back in the world. Again, this guy, a lot of people don't like him, but I love this guy. He plays with passion. He gets his hair pulled, and he still loves playing for Chelsea. Again, he's not a guy I see in the media that will say, I hate this club, I want to leave. This guy loves this club. He bleeds the badge every single week. And yeah, I think very, very good player, just passion through and through. He shows up in every single game. He does make a few mistakes. But again, there's a lot of players that make even more mistakes than him. So Marc Cucurella is a keep for me.
Yeah, I would definitely try and keep him. I don't know if he's gonna stay. I don't know if a lot of the good players at Chelsea are gonna leave over the summer if they feel, they don't trust the project anymore. But he is one of the best left backs in the world. And he's also consistently, one of your better performing players. So I would say keep Pereira, as annoying as he is.
Yeah. Kind of honing in on that last part. I think a lot of people tend in the grand scheme of things, I feel like Cucurella gets underrated by a lot of people because everyone's blinded by how annoying he is to them. And I think he's one of those guys that you love to have on your team and you hate to play against. Because as a Chelsea fan, I love Cucurella. I love that he gets in people's heads. I love that he bleeds the badge, like Ethan said. Like, he's definitely passionate. He wants to win every week. Sure, he makes some mistakes, but at the end of the day, he's doing what it takes to win. And I think ability-wise, I mean, off the top of my head, if I'm being realistic, he's like a top 3 to top 5 left back in the world, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a very, very deep position all in all, but I do think he's one of the better left backs that the world has to offer at this time. If he'll stay, I would definitely more than welcome him, and that's going to be another keep for me. Will bring us to the next defender, Trevoh Chalobah.
Another one has a lot of experience. Made in Cobham. His brother was made in Cobham, but we kind of threw him out to dry. But that's okay. Trevoh Chalobah was almost lost in the shuffle, I believe, last year. Was it last year or the year before, or something like that?
I think it might have been the year before.
Year before, we sent him out on loan. We started having an injury crisis at center back, and they brought him back to the club. And this guy, again, despite his flaws, despite his whatever, this guy, again, is like Tosin. He's consistent. He plays well, I think, every week. And I don't see another player that we can, like, again, we can probably spend £100 million on another center back, but that I feel like that's just a waste when we have a guy I think that's just as good as many of the best center backs in the world. And plus, he's made in Chelsea. He's Chelsea through and through. He's been in Chelsea since he was a kid. I feel like those are the guys we have to start playing more often, because those are the guys that love Chelsea. Those are the guys that want to get up every. It doesn't matter how much they get paid. They love to play do it for the fans, do it for them. So I think Chalobah for me is a keep.
I'm gonna go a little different here. I think he's a sell because I think you guys need that academy money. I think a Premier League team will come in, spend 30 to 40 million on him. That's what I think Chelsea's gonna do. I don't think you guys should sell him, but I think if you want to spend money in the transfer market, you're gonna have to sell an academy product of some kind to make the whatever it's called. It's called where you sell an academy product because they're free, and then you basically have like a $30 million take all the profit.
Like just bigger profit margin essentially.
Well,
I know
he's worth £100 million, so I don't know what this £30 million is.
Yeah, that is true. I want to start off my take by correcting myself. VAR says that his loan was the 24-25 season. It feels like so long ago because he came back in January of last year, so it's been a while. But I definitely see both sides. I feel like you guys both made good points. But for me personally, I'm going to go with keep here.
Come on.
I like Ethan said, he's made at Chelsea. He's been with us since he was a kid. And in my humble opinion, not that this is like something they make a trophy for because our defense has been atrocious, but I think he's our best center back at the moment at the club. I feel like he's actually been becoming better lately. He's kind of just hitting that prime age. He's like 26 right now, I want to say. 25, 26. I feel like he's had a pretty solid season this year, despite a lot of our defensive troubles and woes, and he's also good for a goal here and there. He's another one that I feel like actually reps Chelsea, wants to win, wants the club to succeed. He's been here for a long time, and he's just entering his prime now, so I'm going to rock with keep as well with Ethan, and I want him to stay. Next up, another one of his defensive partners, we have Axel Disasi.
Yeah, one of my favorite guys to hate on. So glad this guy left the club. Sell him on. Again, I knew this guy. It was a mistake when we bought this guy from the French league. When he can't defend anything. He can't make a pass. This guy literally can't do anything. They play him at center back, can't play there. Play him at right back, can't play there. Then he complains after when the manager sticks him in Cobham to talk to nobody. Well, pal, we gave you chance after chance after chance after chance, and you still sucked. You know, I don't care if you're at West Ham or He's at West Ham, I think.
I believe so.
Or is it Villa?
That sounds right to me.
West Ham.
Something like maroon colored.
Wait, I
Yeah.
thought he's at Aston Villa. No, that was last season. He's
Yeah,
at West Ham.
yeah, he's at
West
West Ham.
All right.
Yep.
I don't care if you're a West Ham playing well, pal. I don't want to see you ever put on the Chelsea shirt again. Get him out of the club. Sell, big sell.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. Disasi, I think he can play for a Premier League club, but I think if Chelsea want to move forward, they're gonna have to get him off the books.
This guy belongs in the Championship.
Yeah. Ethan said it quite well, man. Disasi, I never want to see you in blue and white again. I've nothing against the guy as a person. I don't really know how he is, but as a player, maybe he could make it in the Premier League somewhere, but not in London, not at Chelsea, not in this blue. We want to start rebuilding things. Disasi can't come with us, man. He's not fit to wear the shirt. He made a lot of mistakes when he was playing with us and just wasn't really contributing to much success. He would have some good games here and there, but all in all, his performances, it's just not worth keeping him along. We gotta start bringing in some more money, getting rid of some wages. And I think he's one of the first ones to go. Disasi, go back to France.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Chelsea's number 1, Robert Sanchez.
I think if you ask a lot of Chelsea fans, they'll probably say to sell this guy. Personally, I think this guy is a keep. I think he's just become a scapegoat these past few years. Again, the second goal against Everton. Again, howler of a goal. But you mean to tell me that whoever tried to play Enzo the hospital pass before doesn't get any fault on the goal? Like, this guy just I say this all the time. He gets the De Gea treatment. He'll make crazy athletic saves, but then he'll let in like a fish, and then it's just kind of like whatever. But I think again he tries again. He's not great with his feet. Please don't ever pass this guy the ball. He can't play the ball with his feet. And if the stories are true and Liam Rossinier stays, they say that Penders might be the number 1. I think he'll be a good backup for Penders. So I think Robert Sanchez is a keep.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely a keep. I think he's made pretty good saves this season. He's been pretty consistent, and I think if they're thinking bring in Mike Penders, there's not a guarantee Mike Penders going to come in and save the day. So if that goes to crap, you need a backup goalie or you need a goalie to step in and continue to play good. So I think that's Robert Sanchez, and I'm gonna go with a keep here.
Yeah. Ethan said the word that first came to mind for me as well, which is scapegoat. He does make some glaring mistakes sometimes where you're like, wow. But that is also the life of a goalie. You do 20 things right and you do 2 things wrong and everyone remembers what you did wrong. Robert Sanchez, I think if you put an actual solid defense in front of him, which we can't seem to string together a game of solid defense right now, I think he could actually be a really good goalie. He makes some out of this world saves sometimes, some really athletic saves. Like Ethan said, distribution and playing with his feet isn't really his strongest points, but he's got some great shot stopping ability, and I think he's a lot better than most people give him credit for. Some Chelsea fans might say to sell him, but I also agree with Joey and Ethan. I think he's a keep. I think he's criminally underrated, and I think he gets a little too much hate for a defense that basically feeds him to the wolves half the time and puts him in some awful situations here and there. Speaking of defense, our next player is another center back hailing from France, Benoit Badiashile.
Again,
Yep.
PSA to anybody, don't buy any young center backs from France, because let me tell you, they suck. Another one. We got bamboozled by Monaco. We saw a big French center back, young, and we said, ooh, that guy's going to be great. And he came to England, and he sucks. He's slower than probably every striker in the world. Every time he gets the ball, he craps his pants and doesn't know what to do with it, and he's just not consistent. Like he rarely ever plays good. It's just kind of crap, okay, crap, and then he gets saved a lot by Robert Sanchez. But then people say Robert Sanchez is a problem. He gets saved a lot by his center back partners. But again, I hear nothing about this guy. This guy is probably one of the worst center backs we've ever bought, and he's still at the club. So Benoit Badiashile, pack your bags, get out.
Yeah, I agree. I watch I watch a decent amount of, or I don't watch. I follow Monaco a decent amount. I don't know. I like the club. They produce a lot of young players, and when Badiashile came up and Disasi came up around the same time, I was like, wow, these guys are really good, physical, strong, and yeah, they came to the Prem, and I mean, Disasi's definitely probably had a better time than Badiashile, but Badiashile, man, he looks really out of it. Does not look the level of the Premier League. Slow, constant mistakes. Doesn't look comfortable on the ball. So yeah, it's an easy sell here. Sell him back to Monaco. Maybe they'll take him.
Be surprised if they take him. I mean, they're probably desperate for anybody at this moment.
Yeah, I know they're in probably 6th.
Yeah. Yeah. Ethan said it quite well. I could probably count on one hand the amount of good games this guy has had where he actually had a decent performance. Probably less than 5 if I'm being honest, but I of course we had to get Disasi and Badiashile and we couldn't get Saliba. It's about the one thing I'm jealous of Arsenal for, is that we got the shitty French center backs instead of the good one. But yeah, he's not cut out for it. I don't know if he's not good for the Prem or Chelsea, or if he's in his head or what. He is still kind of young. He's 24. I'd like to see him turn it around somewhere, because Chelsea's just not going to be that place. I'm going to be the third sell here. I think Disasi has been one of our worst signings in recent memory. Badiashile. I was looking at the picture of Disasi near him. Badiashile has been one of our worst signings. I'm just not a fan of his game, man. He puts us in some bad spots and is not a reliable center back whatsoever. So, yeah, 3 sells. See ya. Next up, another Chelsea product through and through. The Chelsea product, Reece James.
The captain of our club from Cobham. Again, he's made of glass. I get it. He's injured a lot. I get it. But, again, I don't hear this guy in the media saying, I hate this club. I want to leave this club. I don't hear this guy saying, oh, why am I not playing? Oh, I want to get paid more. No, this guy is a professional. This guy proves and shows you what a real Chelsea player should be, what a real Chelsea captain is. This guy, again, if you asked me this a couple years ago, I probably would have said sell Reece James because of his injuries. But he came in this year as a utility knife, right back, center back, CDM, wherever this guy plays, he gives it his all, 110% every single game, every single week. Maybe Enzo should take a page out of Reece James's book and stop crying and just play. I hope this guy stays at Chelsea forever. Again, he will be one of the greatest players ever to put on that Chelsea shirt. One of the greatest captains ever to play. So Reece James, stay at Chelsea forever.
Yeah, I think he's a guy you definitely want to keep when he's healthy. He's one of the best right backs in the league, if not the world, and hopefully he gets like surgery, get the surgery to stop the constant injuries, and yeah, hopefully he'll stay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna be another keep. Ethan said it well. Reece James is Chelsea. He bleeds Chelsea. I couldn't ask for a better captain. Never hear him say anything bad in the media. It's really, really unfortunate that he has his injury problems, because on his day, I think he's the best right back in the world. I say that with full confidence. He's a great CDM as well. He's versatile. He can play right mid. He's good offensively, really, really solid defensively. It's a shame he can't stay healthy, but I really don't care about the injuries. I want Reece James to stay at Chelsea for the rest of his life, the rest of his career. I genuinely love this guy. I think he's one of the best players we've had in a while. And if he could just stay healthy, I feel like a lot more of the world would realize that. He's lifted UCL with us. He was there for the Club World Cup. He's been around for a while. Brought up in Chelsea and definitely experienced. He's played in some really big games. He's been very impactful in some big games. And he's not someone I want to see go anytime soon. So, Reece James, stay at Chelsea. Keep. Next up, we have Wesley Fofana.
If you asked me this a couple weeks ago, I would say keep this guy. He's one of our best center backs. However, recent events have transpired where this guy is leaking the lineup before the game is even out. He had a shocking performance against Everton. And this guy will sit here and say, I'm not happy. I want to leave the club. You know what, pal? I'm sick of it. You know, you came over from Leicester City. Again, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. You did play well at some points. You've spent more time on the hospital bed than on the pitch here at Chelsea. I'm sick of the complaining. I'm sick of the young kids at Chelsea. Again, they're on hundreds of £1,000s a week. And these guys complain. They don't just play, they just complain. And I'm sick of it. Wesley Fofana, your time at Chelsea's done. If I'm a sporting director, I'm selling you tomorrow, pal. Selling you to Saudi. Give me $100 million for this guy. See you later, Wesley Fofana.
I'm actually gonna go the opposite here. I'm gonna go for a keep. I think he has something. I mean, he showed it a few seasons ago at Leicester. He's showed it when he can at Chelsea. I know he's had injury problems, but I don't know. I think there's something there, and I'm gonna go for a keep. Keep Wesley Fofana.
That's fair. You know, Joey, obviously, Man United fan, not Chelsea fan. I think that is a fair take. I do want to say, because there is a player there, but what I'm also going to say is I agree with Ethan. If we filmed this video a couple months ago, I would have said keep, no doubt, but recent events, rumors that he's the one leaking the lineup. Sure. Let's even give him the benefit of the doubt on that, but recent performances, not good. Attitude, not good. And I see him sitting there on the bench laughing while we're getting smashed by PSG. And I'm like, well, that's one of the main things wrong with this club right now is we have a ton of egos, we have a lot of attitude problems, we got guys that don't care, and I think we got to start getting rid of that. He's probably got a lot of value that we can get back. Like Ethan said, we got these young guys that just sit on these fat contracts and wanna laugh at us when we're getting thumped by PSG. If you want to laugh, go play somewhere else then. Because it's not funny to me, and it's not funny to your teammates, and it's not funny to your coach. So, especially if you're leaking the lineups, just bang off somewhere else, man. This guy's always injured, but unlike Reece James, I will hold it against him because he doesn't bleed Chelsea. So, we need to stop paying this guy. We need to get rid of this dead wood. He's another one. Clear him out. Rebuild this defense. Sell Wesley Fofana for me. Next up, we have a Portuguese man, Pedro Neto.
All right, this is an interesting one.
This is an interesting one for sure.
At this current state of Chelsea, the way he's been playing, I think we just have to, rip the Band-Aid off and we have to sell him. He just hasn't been good enough. Early in the year, I think he was good under Maresca, but under Rossinier, I don't know what it is. It's like when he first came in, it's like he got to Chelsea and he was a little bit more refined. He was direct at like taking people on, but it was like he didn't always do it. Now it's like he's reverting back to what he did at Wolves, which he would put his head down and just kind of run, and then he gets in the corner and he's just kind of like doesn't know what to do. Sometimes he doesn't know what foot to play with. I don't know. I feel bad that I'm saying this, but again, that we just have better wingers than him. It's just a sad truth. He's not good enough, and I think we can get some value for him. I think we can get a better winger like Harry Wilson from Fulham or Jared Bowen from West Ham. Any one of those guys, I think, are better than Pedro Neto. But yeah, sorry Pedro, but it's gotta be a sell.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I mean, it also depends if you bring in a winger over uh, the summer. But still think Neto can be useful. 'Cause I think Neto is one of those guys that can play up to the competition, but can also play down. So it's like when Chelsea aren't performing well, he doesn't perform well. But when Chelsea do play well, he plays well. So I think he'll be of use, and I would say keep Pedro Neto, especially after he lights the world afire during the World Cup.
I hope.
Yeah, that guy's gonna be doing a lot of sitting and watching at the World Cup.
Probably,
Guy
but
stinks.
All right, once again, I am the tiebreaker. I did put this guy in my underrated XI. I feel like he was pretty underrated going into this year. I've been seeing some tweets lately though that are just reminding me of some of the business we've been doing with Blue Co, man, and just in general. And it sickens me to think we could have got Elise for a fraction of the price we paid for Pedro Neto. But I can't hold that against him. He's got nothing to do with that. I think his August to December was really good. He was consistent. If you watch the underrated XI video, that's what I was saying. He's a workhorse. You know what you're gonna get out of him. He works really hard every week. He produces more goals and assists than people give him credit for. Plays hard, and I don't know. I hate to be a what have you done for me lately kind of guy, but I've seen like a little bit of a different side of him lately, if you will. I feel like he's been a lot less consistent, and he's been playing well against like crappy teams and not as good against good teams. He's had a couple dud games here and there where I'm just like, maybe Maybe I overrated him a little, but he's also one of the top guys on our wages. We pay this dude quite a bit. I think he's like on 160 pounds a week or something. So 160,000 rather.
Jeez.
So I don't know. I would have said keep. It's maybe it's just all the recent results and such are getting in my head, because I feel like a lot of guys I would have said keep a while ago are kind of changing, and I think we sell him if we're me. He's not bad, but I think he has value. Like, you might be able to get like 70 mil for him, which kind of crazy, but the market's inflated, and I just think we need more wingers who are a little more direct and are gonna like impact a game, like a guy like a Harry Wilson, like someone who's gonna go out there, create a goal, and help you win a game. Pedro Neto's a good piece in a team, but for what we pay him and for what we bought him for and for what his value is, I don't know if he produces enough for me. So I think I'm gonna say sell, regrettably. Still love the guy. Still a Portuguese guy through and through, but I think it's time that Chelsea move on.
Damn, you guys don't respect Pedro Neto. You don't
I
respect
know.
the work.
I do feel bad. I do respect him, but I don't know. Just, yeah. Next, we have Mykhaylo Mudryk. Someone you might have forgot was still with us.
Oh my god! I still remember when we were fighting Arsenal for this guy's signature. We end up paying 95 million for this guy. First game against Liverpool, lit it up. I thought this guy was going to be the second coming of Eden Hazard. Since then, this guy's been just crap. Then he gets suspended for doping, and this guy thinks he can just come back into Chelsea and just kind of walk into the team. Nah, pal. Your time at Chelsea was over. Shakhtar, they bamboozled us. Again, we should not have said, oh, this guy is playing good in the Ukrainian league. Let's go buy this guy. Bad signing in this. Was he? I think it was in the Blue Co regime. Again, another terrible signing. Another part of the bad business we've done over the years. And I think we just cut the ties and just sell Mudryk, because I think it's just kind of it's over. Maybe the Saudis will take him.
There.
Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of Mudryk. I mean, he hasn't really been of use the past couple of years, and yeah, it's a shame of what you thought could have been. The way some players talk about playing with him, the way we've seen him play, and yeah, unfortunately his career didn't go that way. Maybe he can resurrect it, maybe going to Saudi, maybe he goes to Turkey. I mean, these Turkish teams, man, have been buying up some good players of recent, so maybe he'll go to Turkey, but yeah, I think Mudryk is a sell.
Yeah. Ethan actually took the words right out of my mouth when I saw his picture come up. I was like, I remember watching the Shakhtar highlights when we were in that battle to sign him, and like Ethan said, I genuinely thought this guy was the next coming of Eden Hazard. He looked unreal, but the Ukrainian league is not the Premier League. Ethan and Joey said it well. You saw flashes of potential. I think he debut against Liverpool or Arsenal,
Against Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah, and it was like he had a pretty good game. You thought there might be something there, and then his performances fell off. He wasn't really doing too well, and then he gets caught doping. Now he's been out for a while already, and our winger situation as is kind of just shitty, for lack of a better word. Like, we're not really in a great spot, and I don't think this guy's just going to walk back onto the pitch after a couple years and start balling. I don't think he's going to be better than he was before the doping stuff happened. So I just don't really see a world where there's a positive Chelsea reunion. I know he was rumored to go to Benfica at some point this year. I think it's time to just cut our losses, cut our ties. He's still only like 24, 25. We can probably squeeze some money for him from some team. I think he's signed to like 2032 or something because of the Blue Co baseball contracts that we have. So it's not like we're gonna wait for that to run out. I say just sell him on. Wish you the best somewhere else, but I don't see a world where this guy comes and does something positive for Chelsea at this point.
Yeah.
Next up, funny enough, you might not think it on paper, but I'm sure Chelsea fans out there would be torn. I myself have gone a little bit back and forth on this guy. It is Cole Palmer.
It's a difficult one. Again, when he's on, he's on. When he's on, he's the best. He's the best player. He's the best player by a country mile on the whole pitch. But when he's off, it's just, it's like, it gives me like Dele Alli. Like when Dele Alli was at his peak. When Dele Alli is on, he's on. But when he turns like lazy and he like kind of gives up.
Guy, you're comparing Dele Alli to Cole Palmer?
Yes.
Guy, Dele Alli is 10 times the player Cole Palmer.
Okay. Oh, dude.
Guy.
Dude.
Are we what?
No, you're trolling. You're rage baiting.
Dele Alli had 4 seasons where he was like the top. Cole Palmer had 1 good season where half of his goals were penalties. And then he sucked the past 2 years.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. Are you serious?
It's gonna pretend I didn't hear that, but okay. No, when this guy is on, he's the best player on the pitch by a country mile. But when he's off, he just kind of walks around. He turns like the game yesterday, just walking around lazy, like act like he doesn't care. Like I don't know what it is. The last coach would sub him off after like 60 minutes. This coach kind of lets him play, and then he's still pouting. I don't know. I still think there's a player there. I still think he's one of our best players, one of our bright spots in this shit team. So I'm gonna keep Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say you guys keep him. There's rumors he might come to Man United. I don't know. I don't like his attitude is kind of like when he doesn't get the ball, he's like throwing his arms up. He's always like complaining about something. He's like kind of injury prone as of late. But yeah, I think Chelsea should probably keep him for what could be.
Yeah. I have gone back and forth on Cole Palmer. Sometimes I'm like, wow, this guy's world class. He's the best number 10 in the world. And then sometimes I'm like, this guy's kind of overrated. Something Ethan and Joey both touched upon that I agree with. I really can't stand the attitude. I just hate when guys are like that. He seems like he just mentally checks out sometimes, or he thinks he's too good for it. And he's supposed to be like a leader on our team. Like he's a leader in terms of ability. He shows that he's one of the best players in the world at times, but then it's like they said, it's like he just mentally checks out. He throws his arms up in the air and it's like he gives up, and it's like, that's not, get mad if you want, get mad at your teammates, get everyone fired up, but go demand the ball and make an impact. Don't get mad and give up. Like, that's not what you want to see from one of your best players. He is only 23 still, though, and on his day, he's one of the best players in the world. I mean, he had a great game against PSG in the Club World Cup final. I feel like that really showed how good he can be. He's got a great mind for the game. He makes great passes. He can score, but lately he's been out of form. I feel like the vibes are just down at the club. but I can still see a world where like you give Cole Palmer a good team, and I feel like he can still thrive and make things happen and win you games and make an impact. He's had a lot of big moments with the club. Like I said, only 23. He's shown up in big games before. I think things just aren't going his way at the moment just because of the current state of Chelsea as a whole. And so some people touch upon it, some don't, but Nico Jackson's presence, I felt like helped him out a lot. Like they were at their best when they were with each other because those runs in behind to make space and someone
Yeah.
that he could just give the ball to. I feel like we don't really have a very good striker right now, so maybe that's kind of holding him back and probably plays into some of his frustrations, but I'd like to see him bleed the badge a little more, wake up a little bit and fix his attitude, but other than that, I still think on his day Cole Palmer's a world-class player and he does have potential to be one of the best center attacking mids in the world. And he does have a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm kind of blanking. I use the word all the versatility. He can play different positions and stuff and be effective. I feel like he can be a really impactful player for England as well going forward. But I am going to say keep ultimately because on his day, when he's healthy, he can be one of the best players in the world. Which next brings us, speaking of one of the best players in the world, next up we have Filip Jorgensen.
Oh, Jorgensen, holy crap. I think this Jorgensen experiment has reached its end. Again, I know he played against PSG, but dude, I don't did this guy even like stop a shot? Did he make a save? Doesn't feel like it. But yeah, he's ever since he came in, I felt like when he came in, he started off good, but again, we have all these keepers. They can't play with their feet, but we love to pass the ball to them all the time. Doesn't make any sense to me, but yeah, I think Jorgensen. I think he's a sell. I think it's the race is it's done. It's kind of over. With Mike Penders, kind of. I think he's the word is he's coming in. I don't know who the third goalie would be. Maybe Slonina, but I think Jorgensen is a sell for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're gonna bring in Mike Penders to be the starter, keep Robert Sanchez to be a backup, or if Mike Penders doesn't do that well, start Robert Sanchez. I don't see a need for Jorgensen. I don't know. You guys are Chelsea fans. Has he really shown anything that you would think, yeah, this guy can play for Chelsea, or no?
No, he hasn't. Never.
So yeah, going off that, I'm gonna go with a sell from for Jorgensen.
Yeah, I do feel for him. He had a rough game when he did get the start in the Champions League. Still young. I feel like maybe he can turn around somewhere else, but especially with Penders probably coming back, and we already kept Robert Sanchez. I just don't really see where this guy fits into the squad. He hasn't shown me much. I think I liked the idea of him before he actually, got to play, but like Ethan said, he hasn't shown me anything that tells me he's going to be good for Chelsea. So I think it's time we move on and let Jorgensen try to turn it around somewhere else. Next, we have Liam Delap.
Oh my god, this guy again. I don't know what his issue is. This guy is an English striker. I feel like he should know how to move in the box as a striker just to like find the ball somewhere, but I watch this guy play a lot and I think every single time the ball goes wide and he gets in the box, he is so stationary in the box. He doesn't move. He'll just sit there and it's just So that's not his game. They play him in on when we go in transition, and this guy just hammers it towards goal. He can't hit the target. We paid big money for this dude. I thought this guy was gonna be. They talked about him like this guy was gonna be the next Diego Costa with the shithousery, but this guy can't score. Can't hit the side of a barn. I think again another guy we got bamboozled. Yeah, for me, I think he's a sell. I don't think the experiment worked. I know it's early, a little harsh, but again, we don't have time for this. It's can't do it. Sell Liam Delap.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think you guys should get rid of this guy. Kind of played on Ipswich, not a great team. I think his play style just doesn't really suit Chelsea. Like this guy I think would be really good on a mid-level team that's like not dominating possession because he loves, pressing the center backs, bashing into the center backs, looking for a long ball over the top. Like that's his play. His play really isn't back to goal, making a good run into the box. Like that's not really his game style. So I'm gonna go with a sell for Liam Delap.
Yeah, I was kind of excited when we signed Liam Delap. If I'm being honest, I thought he had shown some potential at Ipswich. I also do kind of like to live in the fantasy that he would play for Ireland because he does have citizenship there, I believe, or yeah, because of his dad. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just maybe a play style thing. He's still young. He's 23, but in about the same amount of games he played for Ipswich at Chelsea, he's got a quarter of the goals. He's got 3 goals. And I just really haven't seen much positive things from him. Like, I think Joey said it well. I think he could succeed at a lower level Premier League club. Like, I don't think he's so garbage that he can't be in the Premier League. But when he goes in for us, it feels like he's garbage when I watch him. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think he's Chelsea level by any means. Obviously, we kind of have the striker's curse at our club lately, where it doesn't really seem like we can get anyone solid, and when we do, Tammy Abraham, we let them go too soon. I feel like I definitely think we give up on Project Delap. Like Ethan said, we don't really have time for this. Blue Co wants us to become some sort of farm system where we buy guys U23 only and try to increase their value for profit, and I just that's not Chelsea. Chelsea, we want to win. We want to compete. We want to win trophies. We're one of the biggest clubs in the world. 2000s, 2010s was dominance, and now it's merda. So I think we move on from Delap, cut our losses, sell him to some mid-table Premier League team that will make better use of him, and acknowledge that he's not fit for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Next up, we do have Levi Colwill.
This guy, 1000% is a keep. It sucks that he's injured right now, but I believe he will be coming back soon. This guy, when he's healthy, he is our best center back at the club by a country mile. He, like Reece James, is a leader. He bleeds Chelsea through and through. Again, I will say this 1,000 times. He's another guy that doesn't sit in the media. He doesn't complain. He just shuts up and he just plays. I hope this guy, again, becomes John Terry-esque at Chelsea. One of the best center backs in the world. I believe he can get there. So Levi Colwill is a keep for me.
Yeah. Definitely keep Levi Colwill. Another academy product. Chelsea loves selling the academy products. You look at Marc Guiu, Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall,
Those
all
guys
guys.
stink.
What?
Those guys stink.
Well, those guys are going to might be starting for England in the Euros. So, I mean, in the World Cup. Sorry.
Dino Livramento is not even going to make the squad, guy. That guy stinks.
Yeah, because he's hurt. He would make it if he was healthy. But anyway, Chelsea loves selling their youth academy and buying these merda quote unquote wonder kids that don't work out. But they made the right decision by keeping Levi Colwill, and I think he'll be a good servant for Chelsea in the future. Keep.
Yep, I'm also gonna rock with Keep. He had a good Club World Cup. Looked like he was poised to have a really solid season with Chelsea, and he did unfortunately sustain a major injury. But he's someone I believe in. He's young. He's 23. And he's already shown some class at playing center back. I definitely think there are many good years to come, and we should keep him, invest in this project. He's Chelsea through and through, came up through our academy, and I think I would have a lot more confidence in our defense if he was here with us this season right now. Keep Levi Colwill. Next up, Malo Gusto.
Again, another guy. The few bright spots in this team. I think he's a solid option for Reece James as a backup. Kind of gives us something different. Gives us a little more attacking. He's more willing to bomb forward upfield. I honestly think he's been quality ever since he's came in. You know, one of the few French league signings we've hit on. So for me, Malo Gusto is a keep.
Yeah. I think he's a good backup to Reece James, and when Reece James gets hurt, I think he's a quality player. I think he's definitely up to the level of the Premier League, and I think it's an easy keep for Malo Gusto.
Yeah, I agree. Malo Gusto's young. He's younger than me. Younger than all of us actually, and I think when he comes in, he shows good potential. Like Ethan said, he's willing to go forward and make something happen on that right flank, and does help us out a lot if we want to slot Reece James at CDM, or he's hurt. I think he's actually a bit underrated in the grand scheme of things. I feel like a lot of soccer watchers and pundits, etc., don't really rate Malo Gusto too highly. But I think he shows potential. He's still young, and when he does play, I feel like he's been solid. Like Ethan said, one of the bright spots in this team. I'm also gonna rock with a keep. Brings us to Joao Pedro, Menino da Favela.
The best signing of the season. The best player that's come through the doors of Chelsea in a long time. Like Mason said, Menino da Favela. This guy came in from Brighton, and I heard a lot of people say, this guy's not worth the money. This guy's not going to be able to do it. This guy has shown that he's one of the best strikers in the Prem. He's one of the best strikers in the league. He can do it on a cold, rainy night at Turf Moor, and he can do it on a Champions League night in Naples. Again, you know why he succeeds? Because he's not wearing that damn number 9. No one at Chelsea will ever wear the number 9.
Retire it. Stop wearing it. Literally, if you come to Chelsea, stop wearing number 9. You might not believe in superstitions, but it happens to everybody.
So Joao Pedro is a definite keep for me.
Yeah, definitely keep Joao Pedro. He's your top goal scorer. He's the only guy doing anything. Again, another easy keep for Chelsea, Joao Pedro. Unless he wants to leave, unless he wants to join a club not in turmoil, but definitely keep.
Yeah. Joey and Ethan both said it well. He's been a great signing. If you know me, you know I liked Joao Pedro before he was at Chelsea because I loved myself a good Watford career mode back in the day. I have a soft spot in my heart for Watford. I did have the joy and pleasure of going to the Club World Cup at MetLife this summer, and I watched him score 2 bangers against his boyhood club, Fluminense, live and in person. And at that moment, I was so excited at what we had signed, and that has aged well. He's already at almost 30 goal contributions this year. He started a little slow, and you were kind of like, but he's really got it going this season. He's been the most positive attacker we have. He's only 24. He's got probably plenty of good years left. Proven Premier League player. And I think with a good team, he could be even better. I think this guy could definitely become world class. And despite being like a little bit smaller of a striker, he's got underrated hold-up play and stuff as well. He provides a lot other than just goal scoring. Gets a lot of assists too. Definite keep. He's one of my favorite players at the team right now. Next up, we have Romeo Lavia.
This one is an interesting one. Again, he's another one of these guys that spends more time on the hospital bed than on the pitch. But I do have to say, when he comes in, he does put in a shift. I think he put in a solid shift yesterday. He's been starting the last few games. I think personally he's done well. And again, he just plays. I don't hear him say anything. He doesn't complain about not playing. He just plays, shuts up and plays. So for that reason, again, I think he still has quality. I think he can still bring us a lot. Again, maybe as a rotation player. So I think I'm going to keep Romeo Lavia. I still think there's a player in there. I still think he can maybe reach his potential, maybe. But I think there's still a player in there, so I'm going to keep him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Romeo Lavia is an underrated player at Chelsea. Obviously, he had his injury, but I feel like I've been saying that about a lot of Chelsea players. Something going on at that club.
Yeah.
Something going on at the.
Maybe we need a new medical staff or something. now that I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, I watched him yesterday. He was really good. He's really good in the midfield, tight turns. He plays so simple, and I think that'll be a good player for the future for you guys. And, you know, if Caicedo leaves, if Enzo leaves, that's the rumor right now, Enzo may leave. And so if he leaves, I think Romeo Lavia is a good replacement.
Yeah. I think you guys said it well. When he does get the chance to play, I feel like he's always solid. There's seldom a moment where you're like, oh, I wish Romeo Lavia didn't go in. He had such a crap game. Like, he is kind of underrated. He gets outshined by our pretty stacked midfield. I feel like he's young and probably willing to take a little bit of a more rotational role for the time. Doesn't really engage in any of the drama. Has a pretty good attitude, and I feel like he's just happy to play when he's out there. There's like part of me that would be like, oh, for financial reasons, maybe sell him because you could probably get some good value for him. But I think long term, he definitely could be a guy that's going to provide us with some options, help give us depth, and be willing to rotate in. I'm definitely going to rock with a keep for Romeo Lavia. Next up, we have another central midfielder, Enzo Fernandez. This one is going to be divisive.
Enzo Fernandez, this is a player I've said on the podcast numerous times. I love this guy. I love the way this guy plays. I still believe whatever happens, whatever's going on, he's still a better midfielder than Declan Rice. I don't care what anyone says. He's miles better than that guy. However, this guy, ever since he's came to Chelsea, he's been pulling this. I don't even know what to call this, but when the club starts to kind of go into kind of disaster mode, this guy will say in the media, "I hate this club. I want to leave." But when the club is on the up and up, we're going on a winning streak. This guy will say, "Oh, I love this club. I want to stay here forever." So now we're getting to the point where this guy is saying, "Oh, I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave." You know what, Enzo? Fine. We'll probably still get over 100 million for you. Real Madrid will come calling. I'm sick of this Enzo Fernandez constantly crying in the media about whatever, because I'm sick of it. The fans are sick of it. It's either you want to play for Chelsea, we're paying you all this money, you should be happy to play for this club. Because if it wasn't for us, you'd still be playing in the Portuguese league against Tondela every week. So I'm going to sell Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, I actually agree here. I think you cash in on Enzo. You got to use some of that money to rebuild. I think his attitude I don't think is correct at the moment. I think he's a little too cocky, as a lot of Argentinians are, a little cocky. But I'm gonna go for a sell here. Sell him to Real Madrid. Sell him to Saudi. I think Real Madrid will take him honestly for like 120 million. They want to get rid of Jude Bellingham, which is good to hear. But
Give us Jude in return.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I wasn't expecting us all to agree, but I am going to be the third sell. I think Enzo is a world-class player. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. He's versatile. He's even been playing left wing for us lately, like tactically, once the game gets going. He scores goals. He does play in big games, but it just comes down to what Ethan was saying before. We pay 120 mil for this guy. He's probably making like close to 200,000 a week. I don't want to hear you going to the media and saying you want to leave, or I don't know if I want to stay. That's not what I want from a guy like that. You know, you're supposed to be a leader on this team. He shows the passion sometimes. I appreciate the passion. I appreciate wanting to win. I feel like that's definitely important too, but I think it sometimes gets understated in the grand scheme of things, like how important it is to have a good locker room vibe and good locker room presences. And this is just one of those guys who it feels like he's gonna just kick you when you're down. Like the team starts playing bad, and he's just gonna sit there and tell everyone how bad it is instead of turning things around. So I don't want to deal with the emotional volatility of this guy, and he's definitely valuable. We could probably get what we paid for him back, roughly at least 100 million. I definitely think sell, and like Joey said, use that money to start rebuilding this team. That is a lot of money. I wish he had a better attitude because he's a great player, but I don't think it's what we need right now.
Yeah.
Which that is going to bring us to Slonina next up.
I really have nothing on this dude. This guy's probably going to be a third goalie backup option in case Mike Penders and Sanchez kind of shit the bed, I guess. Probably be used in the cup games. Probably going to be used to get water for the players at practice. But I mean, I guess we can keep him. I mean, I think Bully probably keeps him around, so the Americans will so the people in America will buy more Chelsea shirts.
Don't ask me who's on the back of this jersey. No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, I'll keep Slonina, just keep an American at Chelsea.
I'm actually gonna go for sell here. I mean, what is he doing? Except, he probably doesn't make that much, but what is he doing, really? I mean, if he wants to help out America, maybe if he wants to get a spot in America, maybe he needs to find another team and go somewhere else, because at Chelsea he's not getting game time. So I think it's a sell.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna say keep, just on the principle you need a third goalie. I don't really see this guy getting in or playing or doing anything, but to keep him as a third choice goalie, like 21 years old. Maybe he can learn a thing or two, and if we need him down the road in a pinch, maybe he can provide us with something. Probably not paying him a lot, and he's probably content with just riding pines. So I'd say just keep him there, but he's pretty much going to be a non-playing role for me. Next up, we have another Portuguese man, Sporting's own Dario Essugo.
Wait, do we have loan as loan? We have loan as an option too.
We do have loan as an option.
I feel like we haven't loaned a single player.
We haven't.
To be fair, we haven't. Not many of the players have been like that young or like not enough game time.
Again, when we signed this guy, I feel I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, don't know why we signed this guy. Maybe we signed him so nobody else could have him. He was playing well at Las Palmas before this, but again, I don't know how that gets you a move to one of the biggest clubs in England. Again, Sporting gave up on this guy. So if that tells you something, then this guy obviously wasn't cutting it. He's played very sparingly. I don't see anything like he can offer us. I think a loan would be good here. Maybe he can get some game time. Maybe he can get a little better. Maybe he can be another backup option for us. But yeah, I think a loan for Dario Essugo is probably the best option for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Dario Essugo, he needs game time, and with Lavia back, that game time is gonna go down even more. So I'm gonna go for a loan for Dario Essugo.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. He did save us against Wrexham. I appreciate him for that, but I'm going to go third loan as well. I just don't see him getting too much time, and especially if we buy a center mid to replace Enzo, hypothetically, in this world where he leaves. I just don't think he's ready yet. Give him a little more time. Give him a loan. Maybe something in the championship. Get him used to that English physicality. And, yeah, I still see potential in him. Just give him some time. Next up, we have Jamie Gittens.
Oh my god. This guy, I don't care. He can score 10 goals against Hull City. This guy is the worst winger in the world. We signed this guy. I thought this guy was going to be like a Jadon Sancho, maybe a little better, give us something. Ever since this guy's came in, this guy has been the worst player we've ever signed. Again, I feel like we're getting constantly bamboozled by wingers. Everyone else, they've like Manchester United, they bought Cunha, they bought in Bumo, they hit on him. We're signing Jamie Gittens, we're signing Garnacho, we're signing Mudryk, we're signing Pedro Neto. We can't hit on any of them. So, Jamie Gittens, pack your bags. You're going back to Borussia Dortmund. I don't want you at my club anymore. See you later, pal.
Wow. So you're going for a sell?
Sell Jamie Gittens. I think he stinks.
I'm gonna go for a loan here. I think he's not used to the physicality of the Premier League. He looks a little weak. And I think a loan move to a smaller team where he probably has more creative freedom, can get used to the play. I think that would help him out. So I'm going to go for a loan.
You know, I'm kind of glad Joey said loan, because I thought this was one person was going to say keep, one was going to say sell, and then I was going to be the only one saying loan, and it was going to be a three-way tie. But I definitely see Ethan's angle. He has been very underwhelming. We paid like $56 million for this guy, and he really hasn't been good. I did think he was good when he was at Dortmund, but I think we just need to stop buying these attackers from German teams or French teams or whatever. Like the one Premier League winger we bought recently is Garnacho, who most people already thought wasn't that good. Like, so I think we need to just, like we said earlier, get a guy like a Jared Bowen or a Harry Wilson that, you know, can actually consistently do something in the Prem and make stuff happen. But Jamie Gittens is still only 21. He's very young. I think he has time to adapt. And even if his future long term isn't at Chelsea, I feel like we're just taking such a big. We're probably gonna get like 30 million for him if we sold him right now, which is just like basically lighting 25 million on fire. So I feel like at minimum, maybe just try to generate some transfer interest, get get him to play well somewhere, get his confidence up, and even if he doesn't come back to Chelsea, just I feel like a loan maybe will serve him well. I just don't want to lose all that money so soon on a guy who's still young. But I definitely see the sell angle at, but I don't see a world where you keep and he plays. I didn't really see much to indicate that.
Yeah.
Dude, he scored a couple goals against Hull City, dude, or Charlton Athletic, one of those shit teams.
Yeah, yeah. That's all we need. If we go down to the championship. Next up, we have the guy who was actually on the back of my jersey. Some would say one of the best center mids in the world, Moises Caicedo.
Moises Caicedo, one of my favorite players to watch on the pitch. A lot of people don't like him because he tackles a little too hard. That's my favorite quality about him. He shows that South American grit. He doesn't quit. That guy is the best defensive midfielder in the world. Again, better than Declan Rice, better than Zubamendi, better than your favorite defensive midfielder.
I mean, yeah.
Again, oh, sorry.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say he's a keep for me. Feel like he's targeted by these English referees because he's not English. But hey, that's just me. So I'm keeping Moises Caicedo here for forever.
Yeah, I'm keeping Moises Caicedo. I think this is the easiest keep of the list besides Joao Pedro. He's been the best he's been Chelsea's best player this season. And yeah, you got to keep this guy around.
Yeah. I also think he's the best defensive mid in the world. Unironically, genuinely, I think he's officiated unfairly sometimes. I think the refs come in with this idea of like, oh, this guy is going to crunch people. Like, I got to be looking out for it. And they just book him or whatever. I do truly think the refs are unfair to Moises Caicedo sometimes. But I think this guy is world class. I think he's only 24. He could become one of the best CDMs the game has ever seen. I love the way he plays. I love that he has passion. And I love that he just puts his head down and works. Like he doesn't have a crazy ego or anything. Even though we paid like 100 whatever million for this dude, I think it was worth every penny. I want to keep him at the club. I want to see him succeed at Chelsea, and I think he can. I think he could be a very, very important piece to our future. I'm also going to keep Moises Caicedo. Another CDM. Andrey Santos.
This guy has surprised me more than anyone else I've ever seen at this club. Coming over
I heard that 5 times today.
No, this is a good surprise. This guy came over from Strasbourg. I was a little skeptical when this guy came. This guy has been slotted into the midfield numerous times, and it's like he's been playing here for 5 years. Again, I think him and Caicedo are a good partnership in the middle of the park. They complement each other well. Um, again, I personally, for me, I think this is like Caicedo. I think this is an easy keep. I think if Rossinier stays, I know the thing is like he might be sacked, but I don't think he should be sacked. I think he's doing fine. But I think Andrey Santos is a player you have to keep at this club. I think just what he brings defensively, offensively, and I think overall, I think he's been a quality player ever since he's came in.
Yeah, I think you Keep Andrey Santos. He's a good backup, good player off the bench, and putting in some good performances this season. So it's another keep.
Backup. This guy's a starter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't expecting him to be as solid as he was. He obviously had a great season at Strasbourg before coming back to us. Another young guy. Most of our guys are. I think he's a definite keep. He could even, maybe if Enzo goes, he becomes a mainstay in that midfield along with Caicedo and Palmer. If not, definitely a great guy to have in your rotation. I'm just gonna, short and sweet. I'm gonna say keep. Next up, Alejandro Garnacho.
Oh my god.
Oh. Again, I looked back at the signing and I said, why did we sign this guy? One of the most inconsistent players I've ever seen in my entire life. He plays good one game, then the next 10 appearances, you won't even know he's playing. But he talks in the media like he's Cristiano Ronaldo and he should be playing every week. And I think honestly, I think he's the main source of these egotistical problems we have at Chelsea. Like he was at Manchester United. I think he's the cancer at the club, and I think he needs to be gone. Personally, I don't think anyone should sign this guy. I think this guy should stay a free agent forever and never kick a soccer ball ever again.
Yeah, this guy was a cancer at Man United. He's a cancer at every club. I miss pre-ego Garnacho when he was just a young lad playing with Ronaldo. He was, he was one of the best young players in the world, and now he just let the money and the fame get to his head, and now he thinks he's like the greatest player ever. So sell Garnacho to whatever club will take him, probably some Turkish club.
Yep. I'm also gonna say sell. I was actually pissed when we signed this guy. I feel like we kind of knew what we were getting. I don't know if we thought we were gonna bring something out of him. Don't get me wrong, he has some ability, but this guy, I don't know, man. I don't think he's meant for these top Premier League clubs. Maybe go play somewhere like Italy or France, but I even then, man, I don't think he's as good as he thinks. He definitely has his days. Like, he bagged a brace against Arsenal. I thought, like, wow, maybe this guy is actually going to show me something. But nah, like Ethan said, it's like once every 10 games, and we don't need guys who are going to be good 10% of the time. We need guys who are going to be good most of the time. So get out of here. Get your shitty attitude out of here. You're probably another one leaking lineups because you can't take it when you're not a starter, even though you suck. So why should you be starting? So just get out of my club. Get out of my club and don't come back. Don't come back to this country. Don't play in England ever again. See you later.
Yep.
Next up, we have a guy who I think's a little bit underrated. Jorrel Hato.
Couldn't agree more.
I think this guy, when he comes in, when he plays, again, the Everton game wasn't a great showing for him, but I think every performance before that one, you can tell it's. I think every game he's played, he's gone better than the one he played before. So every game he plays, he's learning, he's getting better and better every time. Whether it be left back, I don't think he's good enough to play center back. I think that's where we kind of went wrong playing him at center back. I think he's more of a left back that you kind of keep back, or maybe if we play in a back three, he can be a left-sided center back. But I think this guy has I think he has tremendous upside. I think he'll be if Chelsea can hang on to him and he can get better and better. I think he'll be one of the greatest players ever to play for Chelsea. And I think he's a keep for me.
Yeah, definitely keep. I think I agree that, yeah, I think he's a little undersized for a center back, not height wise, but like kind of, he's a bit lanky, which usually doesn't bode well for center backs in the Prem just because of how physical it is. So I do think left back is his better position in the Prem, and I think he could be a really good player for you guys.
Yeah, I agree. He provides a little bit of that versatility with, like, he can play center back, but I don't think it's his strongest spot. He could rotate in at left back with Cucurella maybe next year. He's already got almost 150 games of senior appearances between Ajax and Chelsea, and he's only just turned 20 years old. I still think he's got good experience and a ways to go. I feel like he could become a much better player. He's got some speed, and he definitely shows flashes. I feel like a lot of people judged him too harsh too soon when he came to Chelsea and didn't perform out of his mind right away, but I think he's underrated, still very young, and can become a great, great player. I want to keep him and keep him in our squad. Next up, we have Evil Saka, Tyrique George.
I think I personally, I think the ship has sailed for this guy. I think the end of I think 2 seasons ago when he scored that screamer against Fulham, I think that was his. And then the end of last year, he was kind of good, where we kind of saw that evil Saka meme come out of nowhere. He did have like a few spots of brilliance, but it's just like, I know he didn't get a lot of time, but it wasn't as consistent. If you wanna make it at a big club, when you're given a chance, it has to be consistent. I think every single time. Like, again, we don't have time just to wait for you to be good. I think this is a sell. I think we can get around like 30-40 million for him. But yeah, I don't think he's good enough to be where Chelsea want to be, where we were before. I don't think this guy can get us there. So for me, it's a sell.
Yeah, I would probably say sell. I think you could get some money for him. He's on loan at Everton. He's actually, like, comes off the bench. He looks kind of bright, kind of exciting. I could see a club coming in for him, especially a team that coming up from the championship, or even a team that may be in the relegation battle. I could see him taking Tyrique George, so I would say sell and take the money while you can.
Yeah, I agree. He had a bit of a purple patch with the evil Saka stuff. He definitely could provide something to some lower teams, but like Ethan said, we can't just sit around and hope and wait anymore with these guys. I don't think he's awful. I feel like he's got a pretty decent attitude compared to a lot of guys on our team, but I just don't think he's fit for Chelsea. I don't think he's really at that level. I do wish him the best elsewhere. Hope he can turn around, but if it's me, he's gone. And I do think clubs will come knocking. I think people would be willing to pay a little bit for him, but again, just not the Chelsea level.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Marc Guiu.
This one is I don't even like. He was loaned out this year. Then we had like an injury crisis. Then they brought this guy back. Now this guy doesn't play anymore. I think this. I think a loan. I think a loan is good for him. I watched this guy's highlights at Barcelona, and you can. I can definitely see. I can I can see there's a player in there. Again, he was in Spain using his body like he was in England, but in England it's a little different. I think a loan to the championship is going to be beneficial for him so he can get used to that kind of physicality. I still think there's a player in there for us. So I think Marc Guiu is going to be a loan for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's looked pretty good. Where did they loan him to begin with? Was it like
I think Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Sunderland? Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I think he can play in the Prem. I think he does need a loan to kind of get more situated. I feel like they called him back from loan, and then it was like, all right, well, we're not playing you now, which felt kind of stupid. But yeah, I think they should definitely loan him out, get him more game time.
Yeah, I agree. He's still young. We haven't really got to see too much of him at Chelsea, to be honest. There were some other guys that were kind of like similar that I felt like I would have kept, but in the current state of the club, I think give him another chance to go out on loan, get his confidence up, get some experience. Maybe he could start rotating in a couple years' time. Like I said, we don't have too much because we recalled him from loan and didn't really play him. Like Joey said, he gets a couple minutes here and there. Definitely has shown some flashes at times. He had a pretty good game against Charlton, but other than that, it's like, what does that tell us? We don't know too much. So give him a loan, let him go to the championship or back to Spain or something. Just let him get some run of games in, and hopefully he can get some good form. Next up, we have another youngster, Kendry Paez.
Again, I probably did whatever every Chelsea fan did when we saw we were signing this dude. I went right to YouTube and I was watching this guy play. This guy looked nasty. Again, it was the Ecuadorian league. I think again we might have gone bamboozled here. We loaned him out to Strasbourg. This guy can't do it in the French league. You can't do it in the French league. No way you can do it in the Premier League. So now he's out on loan at River Plate. Again, I think this guy, I'm just a dumb American Chelsea fan here, but I think this guy should be loaned to the championship where he can get used to physicality, where he can get used to, that type of play. Not sending him out to River Plate on loan where he's going to be the best player in the Argentinian league. That doesn't do anything for him. I still think we can maybe get something out of him. He's going to have to, I don't know, do something over this summer, whatever he can to get better. But I think Kendry Paez is a definite loan for me.
Yeah, I think a loan. He's only 18. I think I feel like his development is being kind of rushed a little bit. Like, you guys brought him in and then try to loan him out to a European team, and it's like, that can be a lot, especially when you were just 16, 17 playing the Ecuadorian league, and then it's like, all right, now you're in Europe and you're going to play with the best players play with the best players in the world. You're going to be playing in Strasbourg and Ligue 1, which is one of the best leagues in the world. It's like, it can be a tough transition. So I think you have to give him time. I think you loan him out to a championship team. Like, I think his ability, his skill can show, and then he can also develop like physicality. So I would say loan Kendry Paez.
Yeah, I agree. Like Joey said, it can be tough. We kind of saw that with Richard Rios, if you follow Portuguese league or Benfica. Kind of had a rough go of things at first. He's 24, 25. This guy's 18. It's not an easy transition. Like, South American soccer and European soccer are just different in a lot of ways. So, especially as a teenager, leaving your country, coming to a big club like Chelsea, kind of feeling that pressure a little bit, like, oh, maybe I can earn my spot. So, it's a lot to think about. Like Ethan said, I don't know how much you really get out of a loan to River Plate. Maybe send him somewhere like Portugal. Maybe send him to the championship. Spain, something where he's going to play with good players, but maybe get a chance to play some easier comp than he would somewhere like the Premier League. Um, I don't really see him fitting into the squad at any time, but I also don't want to sell him so early. Only a teenager, going to be turning 19 this year. I say give him another chance at a loan. Try and get his feet underneath him and get some good form and confidence, because I do think there's a player in there for sure. Next up, we have another goalkeeper, Penders.
Again, the only thing that's going to stop this guy from coming to Chelsea is if Rossinier is sacked. Because Rossinier is a big fan of this guy. A lot of people seem to be big fans of this guy from what he's doing at Strasbourg. He's been playing well. Apparently, this guy can use his feet. I'll be the judge of that. I better not see this guy bobble the ball when the ball comes back to him. So, if we can finally get a goalie that plays with his feet, I think that gives us something. Gives us something better than Robert Sanchez, but he is young, so it's kind of difficult to put your trust in goalies that are that young. So, I mean, I'm ready to try anything, to be honest. We're going down and down, so we might as well just throw an 18-year-old in net at this point. So I'm going to keep Mike Penders. I think he's a goalie of the future. Maybe the next Thibaut Courtois to come through this club.
Yeah, I would say give this guy the keys to the kingdom at this point. Young Belgian goalie. I mean, what is there to lose? If he plays bad, put in Robert Sanchez. If he plays good, you have a good goalie. Keep Mike Penders, give him the number one spot in net, and see what happens.
Yeah. Yank product, Mike Penders.
Yep.
I say same thing. Give him a chance. He's not the starter. Rotate him in at first. See if he can earn that starting spot. If you want to go with someone who you know more of what you're going to get with Robert Sanchez, but I don't really see a point in selling him. Like Ethan said, it seems like a lot of people are high on him over at Strasbourg. So I definitely think it's a keep. But the defense and goalkeeping situation as established is kind of up in the air right now. So I say why not? He's young. Could be the heir to the Belgian national team. The next Courtois, as Ethan said. I say keep and give him a chance. Next up, we have a guy that I forgot was here. Nicolas Jackson.
I watched this guy play in the Champions League for Bayern Munich against Atalanta. And this guy looked like a completely different player than what he was at Chelsea. This guy went from being you can only play this guy in space and through on goal to a guy that you can play. He'll hold up the ball. You can actually play like in the build up play. So with the uncertainties with Liam Delap's future at this club, I am going to keep Nico Jackson. I think he gives us something off the bench that we're kind of missing with Liam Delap. I think, and then honestly, we can start him up front, play Joao Pedro in behind, play Cole Palmer on the wing. So I think Jackson is a keep for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree. I feel like the part what's it called? The relationship might be torn, might be broken beyond repair at this point. I mean, you brought in João Pedro, you have Liam Delap. Probably going to look for maybe even Marc Guiu, and you're probably going to look for a striker or a winger over the summer as well. I think Nicolas Jackson is going to look for a move away, so I'm going to go for sell for Nicolas Jackson.
You don't believe
Yeah,
there's a new relationship?
I'm a little bit torn on this one. I don't know if new management would change things, but I feel similarly to both you guys. I feel like once he left, I kind of realized, maybe we took this guy for granted at times. I definitely liked him, but he was kind of on his day good, and he had some off days for sure with Chelsea. Uh, like Ethan said, it seems like his move might have made him a little more complete. I don't know if that's just because Bayern Munich's such a great team that it's like Choupo-Moting factor that anyone can kind of just be good in that system, but um I don't know because I also agree with Joey. I remember there was a lot of drama with his loan with the plane going back and forth and he was there and then we wanted to cancel it and he didn't want to come back and there's definitely a chance the relationship is severed. I don't know what Nico Jackson's thinking. I don't know if he'll want to come back or not, but I, along with Ethan, I think if he was willing to come back, I would keep him and maybe rotate him in. I think he's much better than Delap. I don't know if he's willing to take that rotational role, but maybe we could start him. Maybe we could play two strikers. I don't know because I do really really like Joao Pedro too. But if he was willing to come back and maybe have a bit of a lesser role, I mean, Bayern plays behind Harry Kane, so he's probably going to get more time here than he is there. I I'd say keep him if he's willing. And then we do have Raheem Sterling and Facundo Bonanut or whatever his name is, Boanoit in this. That's just because the tier list we picked. So ignore them. And we are going to go next with our last player, David Datro Fofana.
Forgot this guy played for Chelsea.
Oh, didn't we all?
Yeah. Yeah. I have nothing to add here. Gonna keep it short and sweet. It's given us nothing. We loan him out. I think we loaned him out to Burnley. Gave us nothing. Where
I mean, to be
is
fair, does any striker succeed at Burnley?
That's true.
Ashley Barnes does. Jay Rodriguez does.
I think yeah, he's bounced around with a few loans already. We've already
Yeah.
loaned him out like 5 times.
Just sell him, rip the band-aid off. Where did he come from? Wasn't it like Molda or something?
Yeah,
yeah.
Molda. Yep.
Sell him back to Molda. You guys can have him. This guy stinks. Again, another player we got bamboozled by.
I was surprised you guys bought him because when he was like up and coming at Molde, it was more like smaller looking at him. I didn't think Chelsea were gonna like take the chance on a guy like that. They did and work out. But, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure he missed like a wide open net on his debut too.
probably did.
Probably.
He probably did. He is only 23,
Yeah, this guy,
surprisingly, but
I thought he was younger, to be honest.
yeah, I don't know. This guy, they told ghost stories about this guy. So I don't know who informed me or what, but I was led to believe this guy was going to be like the next coming of Didier Drogba at our club. But he's just not. He's not. He's in that Chelsea loan turnstile right now, and it doesn't seem like there's any way back to the club for him. His market value has gone down and down, and he doesn't really string together many performances worth note. Another one. I wish you all the best somewhere else, but I'm gonna say sell. I don't see where you fit into the Chelsea picture.
Yeah, get rid of this guy.
Yeah, and
Make some room for somebody else.
I agree. Leave some room for Nico Jackson to come on home.
Yeah.
But that is our last player and concludes our Chelsea keeper sell, one of our longer ones. So if you did make it this far, we appreciate you. I didn't anticipate this video being so long when we started it. Hopefully we can refurbish this club and next season turn over a new leaf. I hope we get new ownership. If they were on this list, I would say sell. If the owners were in here, but Again, if you made it this far, we really appreciate you. You guys have been liking, subbing, commenting galore lately, and we really appreciate that support. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram. Share this with a friend. Share this with a lover. Someone you think might enjoy it. We appreciate you guys as always. And until next time, mates out.